Woo! What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Dole Whipped Destinations. We got a really good one today. We're going to hop right into it because we have a lot of things to discuss and talk about. Right now it is...
All right. Rope Dropping Rumors is episode 6. You guys should know by now. This is our segment where we give some hot takes, some new things that are dropping, random Disney facts, things like that. Tiff, kick us off.
All right. So mine is kind of on the topic of Muppets because that kind of just ended. So I thought that would be, popular. So the Jim Henson Company just confirmed that they've been talking with Disney about possibly making the Muppet Vision 3D to VR. So you could have it at home, have a VR experience of the 3D.
The same exact show?
That's pretty cool.
So to kind of keep it alive in a different form. And
I like that it kind of lives on forever.
Audience, like with all these kids and stuff,
That's pretty cool. Good for them.
It was just the 6th anniversary of the Jim Henson Company.
Hey.
Damn, R.I.P.
That's long.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool because obviously we love the Muppets and that just ended.
Somebody brought up the fact that it should be on YouTube. Like you should be able to watch the full show. And I'm surprised it's not. I guess copyright.
Well, I guess obviously. This way, you have to pay for it. Like everything, but still, at least it would be like at your fingertips if you had a VR set.
Oh, you would need one. That's like the catch.
Yeah.
All right, Trent, wait, what do you got?
So there is a new adults only bar that opened up in EPCOT. I would have to go through to find the name again real quick.
Geo 82, I think.
Yeah,
it's some number. 50.
But yeah, it's going to be, so it's adults only. So we don't have to worry about, any kind of kids being in there. I feel like maybe it's going to be a different kind of environment. From what I saw aesthetically, I mean, it's like a cool little bar, not too big of an area, but I know it's a full bar that they have there too. So you can just get whatever kind of drink that you want to get, not just whatever kind of. Usually when we're going around EPCOT, I feel like there's a lot of times where you're just getting the specialty kind of drinks because that's just what they have to offer, which if it's got a little bit of booze in it, I'll take it anyway. But it's nice to, if you're a kind of person that has a specific kind of drink, like maybe you're some kind of allergy, gluten-free, I don't know, whatever the case may be, you can go in there and get like the actual drink that you want. Sometimes I know there's a lot of guys in particular that aren't going to drink a lot of the lavender or whatever kind of drinks and all that,
Just a proper bar.
Yeah, even though they're delicious. So I love
and a little duck-off spot. That's cool.
Any place?
I tried to get us a reservation there, but they were already booked up, unfortunately. I don't know if I told you guys, but I did get us one for the Space 20 whatever it is.
Ooh.
And I was thinking even if we just go there and get a drink or something.
I was gonna say just to go to the bar.
Oh, I want to go there. Do you know when you go there, the way it makes it look like you're going to the bar is like you stand in that circle and it makes it look like you're
I have no spoiler, so I've been steering away from them, but I know it is very immersive.
Then I digress. Yeah, I'll keep it a secret.
Exciting. Well, mine has to do with Animal Kingdom, and I think it's highly underrated. The Animal Kingdom is so good at nighttime. It really should be a nighttime park. Avatar Land is so beautiful at night, and the fact that it closes at 6 is so sad.
Probably just because of the animals.
It is because of the animals, but my news is that they're kind of dipping their toes and doing some extended hours. So I think on Wednesdays, it used to be Magic Kingdom for deluxe resorts, and now they're doing Wednesdays as Animal Kingdom. So it'll be from 6 to 8. So it'll still closing early, but you'll still have at least an hour or so of nighttime.
There is nothing like riding Everest at nighttime.
Yes.
There's a part of Everest where
and sunset.
There's a part of Everest where you go in that circle and you just hit those G-forces into the corner. And at nighttime, man, panic attack in a good way. It is fun.
They need to figure out how to make it just nighttime. I mean, at least 8 o'clock. I think that's very reasonable. But I get the whole animal thing. But they're dipping their toes in this Wednesday. They're going to see how it does, and maybe they'll do until 8 o'clock every day. You never know. But that's starting on July 2nd, which is actually Olivia Mikowski's birthday. So if you're listening to this, Olivia Mikowski, it's coming out on your B-Day. So that is my rope drop.
Love Michaels.
All right, let's hop into the main event.
And now for the main
That's my favorite. All right. The main event this week is going to be the draft of Disney resorts. So there are 22 Disney resorts. Each of us are going to choose one at a time. If you choose my hotel, I get to cross it off my list. I can't use it. By the end of it, we should each have 7 choices. So I will kick us off with the Polynesian. Polynesian is fire. I mean, there's really nothing. It's like nothing really needs to be said. It's the Polynesian.
Wow. That was a good start.
I needed a pen.
All right, Tiff, what do you got?
Intern. Pen.
You can borrow mine. My first pick
I can't borrow.
is going to be, I think I'm going to go off with All Star Sports.
Really? Oh my God, Tiffany, that was mean.
Can I have the pen just so I can cross off all my hopes and dreams?
What I told you to do before we recorded.
That's what I'm doing for us.
I just wanted to see it over here, bro.
No, I know. It's easier to see when you're like
That's such a dad thing, you know?
Yeah.
Even though Trent's not a dad, guys, but
I'm the daddy.
Hey Trent, what do you got?
Let's see. I'm going to go with Port Orleans Riverside. Oh no, wait. Port Orleans
French Quarter or Riverside?
French Quarter.
Okay.
French Quarter. Big reason was I found out not that long ago that it's one of the only places you can bring your dogs.
Yes. Actually, no, not French Quarter. Riverside is.
Riverside? I picked wrong.
Maybe French Quarter. I don't know, but I know Riverside you can.
Either way, good knowledge to know. Either way, I would still pick the
one that we like.
I would say French Quarter anyway, still just because the beignets and everything. So that's still
we love New Orleans, so
and I like their pool. I think their pool is better.
I'm jealous of both of y'all's picks already.
Perf. All right, I'm gonna do the Grand Flow because it's just iconic. I think besides the Contemporary, I think it was the second or maybe the third hotel. And it's really my bucket list to stay there. At some point in my life, I will stay there. And it'll
be us together. Hopefully not grandmas.
You can rent points pretty cheap there. I almost got, I mean, not cheap, but
well, yeah.
Typically it's like 1,000 a night, but I found it for like 500, which is really not bad in comparison as to what it normally is.
It's not. And also to anybody out there watching, if you want to sponsor that video out there, it'd be fun for all of us.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, if David's, if you're listening,
we would thoroughly enjoy that. So my next pick is going to be, talking of the Contemporary. We had such a good time. Kasey had gotten a room. It had like the best balcony view. It was, and then also we love Steakhouse 71. Even when we're not staying there, we're going to Steakhouse 71, and every meal is delish. We love it every time.
I will say the only downside about staying there is that I felt like if I left, I was missing out on the resort. I was like, I only have this for 2 days. I can't leave this resort. Like I needed to like be there 24/7.
But it was nice.
Oh my God, I love it.
Our experience was
we got the chocolate cake.
We got 2 slices of chocolate cake, which are huge. I think there's 7-layer chocolate cake.
Yeah,
I think it's more than that. I think it's like 10.
Is it 87-layer chocolate cake?
It's chocolate on chocolate on.
But the fact that you can open up your balcony, link up your TV to the actual sound that they're hearing at the park and be able to experience it all the way. So, and that goes out to any kind of parents or anybody watching too. I mean, if there's a moment in time where you feel like you can at least hopefully get that hotel and there's a moment where, you know, you have to take the kids back or anything, hopefully if you can get that view, that's like you can still experience it and away from there to still.
It was worth every penny. Every penny.
It was magical.
Oh my God,
I
loved it.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is going.
Wait, no, Trent's next.
No, we're going in a complete circle.
Trent, I just went.
Wait, who? Oh, you said Contemporary. I thought Trent did. Okay, my bad.
Tried to get me. The people are watching. This is madness. They're trying to steal my pick.
What do you got, Trent?
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it while I can get it. Fort Wilderness.
Which one are you doing? The cabins or the campsite?
Are you sure you mean Fort Wilderness?
I'm pretty sure.
Wait, which one? The camping or the cabins?
Probably.
I think you're talking about a different wilderness, and I'm not even going to tell you because that was the one I was going to say next.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? No. Here's the thing. I'm gonna go. How about this? How about I flip it on you? I'm gonna go. Fort Wilderness, the campsite.
Oh yeah.
That's right. And you want to know why? Because if you go to the campsite, around the time of October to November in
Yeah, that's
Florida,
true.
it's going to be no humidity. It's going to be not that cold, but it's going to be cool. And here's the thing. It only costs usually on average $100 for a
Oh, it's
campsite.
less. I think it's like 50 for the night.
She's making my pick seem better, everybody. It's
Yeah.
only $50 potentially if you're into camping and you want to have the experience. And here's the other little hack, right? Is the outside over there. You know what? I'll save it for later. Your pick, Kasey.
We should do that at some point. So I'm gonna take what I thought you were going to say was the Wilderness Lodge.
Wilderness Lodge.
God dang it. That's what I was gonna say too. Too many there's so much wilderness, the trees.
The Wilderness Lodge is such a nice hotel. Have you guys ever been there? I went
No.
because Olivia had her birthday there a couple of years ago, and it is a bougie hotel, but so nice. It feels like you're
We
like
should
in
go. Like just go to the bar or something.
Well, I'm going on. You guys won't be there. I think it's Thursday. Because it's part of one of the restaurants is part of that 40% off that Monday through Thursday thing. So I'm gonna try to get there at some point on Thursday because I have a reservation for lunch. But they have really good restaurants there. The pool is
I saw it during Christmas time.
Go and just yes, Christmas. It's beautiful.
Because I was telling Tiff they have a tree that's like almost like the height of like the whole entire like lobby. Like it's a huge tree.
Oh,
I love Christmas, my favorite holiday.
I love
the lobby there is beautiful.
I love a lobby. I love a good lobby.
All right, Wilderness Lodge. Shout out, Liv.
Yeah, shout out.
What do you got, Tiff?
Let me see. What do I want to do?
I'm trying to look at yours just to see.
I'm going to do Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah.
All right. Will this be your first time staying there when we go?
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm so excited, but I've heard good things, so I'm pumped. And
I'm really excited.
Big animal fan, so that'll be cool.
All right, Trent.
I am going to go. I'm going to go with the other one that I was going to. It comes a full circle back to exactly what I was talking about. I'm going to say Fort Wilderness, the cabins. I love the wilderness.
I feel like you're only choosing these things because you don't have a list in front of you, which I told you
There's literally a list right here. There's a list right here of all of them.
Go down, Ace. Just let him go down.
Well, listen. I mean, I'll let you crash.
Because
my list is fire so far.
Your list is fire based off of the reasons you think, okay?
I think mine's pretty fire.
Listen, every coach should believe in their team. Every coach should believe in their team, okay?
I'm going to do the Yacht Club. The Yacht Club is fire. Shout out to my mom. It's her favorite resort. And it is beautiful. You can walk to EPCOT. You can walk to Hollywood Studios. You can boat there if you want to. You're really close to the boardwalk, so you can enjoy all of that as well. So yeah, Yacht Club.
Okay. I'm going to go Riviera Resort.
That was my next one.
And you know what? Here's the thing for me. Not impressed. The pool is as big as a puddle.
I've never been. I've actually never been. I've only seen photos. Have you guys ever been
on the Skyliner?
I know.
I'm pretty sure it drops you off there.
It does, and it's Italian themed. It's supposed to be like Tuscan, Italy.
We should just go walk around.
We should.
I love to walk. I love to walk around.
All right.
Damn, that was my next one.
Okay, it's not going to be in the woods. This one won't be in the woods, so nobody has to be. Okay. I'm gonna pick Disney Beach Club.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, sorry. And the reason why is because they have that epic lazy river.
Yes.
Pool. Yeah, people don't realize that it's like 8 foot deep all the way around. So it's
it's more than a pool. It's like
one of the places like you actually
park.
need the lifeguards. Sometimes you don't need the lifeguards. Well, you do, but that's one of the ones where you do. You know,
it's a full on water park for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do. Actually, taking up the last hotel in that little section is the Boardwalk. And my mom says that we've stayed there, but I don't remember it as a kid.
I was thinking about that one too. You know, we always forget about that over there. They have that like foot-long cheese stick. I'm trying to get that thing.
I don't think I even put that on the list.
Yeah, the cheese pull of that looks crazy.
Could probably all split that. It's a lot of cheese.
We would have to. No, it's huge. It's like a foot long. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. That knocks out all of the deluxe. So now all we have left are moderate and value.
So my next one is going to be Art of Animation.
It's a great one.
Okay.
I love the Cars theme, the Nemo theme to the pool, the Skyliner.
The
We've
Skyliner, I think, is a
realized in the last
plus.
couple times that we like riding the Skyliner just to ride the Skyliner.
I think it's
It
fun.
is
There
very
you go.
nice. It's so much fun.
I have a love-hate with the Skyliner. Like, a part of me, when I get
You
on
love
it,
it.
I'm like, "Oh, I love this," and then,
You love
like,
it.
there's some uncertainties to it, and I'm like, "I don't
Yeah.
know if I love this
Yeah.
anymore."
That's the
Alright.
fun. All right, Trent.
I'm going to say I'm gonna go All-Star Movies.
Mm,
I love
okay.
Toy Story, my favorite movie.
Yeah.
True.
Those are really cool too.
Yeah, so I like the aesthetic of that one.
Alright, I'm going to do what do we got left? You did Port Orleans French Quarter or
Yeah,
Riverside?
French Quarter.
Alright, I'll do Riverside.
Good one.
And it
That
actually is really nice over there. When you go there, it
Mhm,
almost feels like you're not in Disney because it's so spread out. I mean,
mhm.
everybody there is very chill. Like, it doesn't feel like people are rushing to go to the parks. It's a very, like, serene feeling.
Yeah, it's nice.
Alright, Tiff.
My next one, I think I'm gonna do Pop Century.
Okay. I've only stayed there once, actually, with Gabby.
Yep. Shout out. That was a fun trip.
Yeah, she paid for that trip. I remember that. Shout out to Gabby.
Thanks, Mom.
Right, Trent?
Not my rock. Shout
Yeah.
out to the rock. What did you get earlier? You got sports? You said All-Star Sports?
All that's left is music.
I'm gonna go All-Star Music.
Okay.
I mean, and all the All-Stars are good to me. And All-Star Music, I think it was cool. Like
Yeah,
Broadway.
we stayed in Broadway anniversary.
We went up to the desk and we asked the lady, can we stay, as close as possible to like the front to where the buses are? The furthest place you can put. I was basically staying in All-Star movies.
Well,
I
that
was like,
actually does sometimes work out because you can use the other people's buses and stuff.
they put in, okay, no, it was so far away. It was so far away.
Yeah, but it was pretty though. I remember you guys sent me pictures. That
Oh,
that
it was
area,
awesome.
Yeah.
I actually,
area
Especially
is
because it
nice.
was cool and like foggy.
I felt like I was in New York, right on Broadway.
I will do Saratoga Springs, and strictly because of its access to Disney Springs. The room that I was in was quite literally the closest room you could be to the walkway because I called and made that request before. So it literally took me, I think I was like 100 steps away from the entrance of Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So otherwise, there's really not much going on at that hotel, but that perk really sold it for me.
Yeah, we love that. I think I'm gonna do the Old Key West Resort.
Have you ate at the restaurant there? They have really good breakfast. It's called Olivia's, and they have really good like a good brunch.
Love a brunch. I love Key West.
So what's left is Coronado Springs, Caribbean Beach Resort, and that's it. So Trent, you got one of those to work with. Coronado Springs or Caribbean Beach Resort.
I'm gonna go Coronado Springs.
Okay. Did we stay there together? I don't remember.
No. You said you stayed there with your dad before.
I did. You have good memory. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I like the way it's laid out, the way it looks. Well, when you drive up to the building, it's one of those buildings that it doesn't look like a classic kind of Disney. It's more, I think it's actually one of their more newer additions, not crazy new.
It's a very nice building. It almost looks deluxe, honestly.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's like when you drive up to it, it's that middle point where you're like, you're not spending crazy amount of money or anything, but you could still kind of give someone that experience.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Interesting that Caribbean Beach Resort did I get.
Well, that is mine, I guess. That's my last one.
Yeah.
And I'll take it. It has a Skyliner route. I've heard that it's almost that it's too big to stay there because like to walk around anywhere, it takes you like 20 minutes to get around.
I think that's one of those places where people probably stay for like a while or something. You know what I mean? Like they're doing like
like you're there for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys want me to read them off to you?
I mean, I don't want to be cocky, but I can guarantee that I'm gonna win just based off of audience input. But yeah, read it out. Read it out.
All right. Kasey's got Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge, Yacht Club,
Those
Boardwalk, Port Orleans Riverside, and Saratoga Springs.
I mean, I don't know if you could do
Damn, that's
much
pretty
better.
good.
I mean, depends who you're asking, all right?
That's why when Trent did the camping, I was like, what? I was like, that's all he could see on his paper.
We love a camp.
We're talking about balling on a budget. Go to it.
Mine is All-Star Sports, Contemporary, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Riviera Resort, Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Old Key West.
You got a
Mine's
nice balance.
Pretty banger. So
it's a pretty good balance. I think you have like basically 2, 2, and 2. Is it like 2 deluxe, 2 moderate, 2 value?
Best of all the worlds. All right, Jen's lovely list here
Let them know.
is Port Orleans French Quarter.
Oh, bonjour.
Fort Wilderness Campsites. Fort Wilderness Cabins.
I can't believe those were. I thought those were going to be at the very end.
So listen, the cabin is the reason why I picked the cabin too. So the campsite, obviously, at the right time of the year, you're going to be able to get all that access for $50 to $100. You know what I mean?
Trent, I totally get why, but you at that point when you chose camping, there was still like the contemporary Riviera.
Because I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. You're talking about going to a place where billionaires go?
Yeah.
Man. But I picked the cabin, because also during Halloween, one fun thing they do is they do the whole trick or treating, and they decorate everything, so you can go from cabin to cabin, and you kind of get this whole trick or treat experience just within your resort. So if you've had a long day where you don't want to be out at Disney anymore, but you still want to do something Halloween, you can do the whole Disney thing, come back at 4:00. By 5 p.m., everybody's trick-or-treating, right around that whole little area.
There's some adult trick-or-treating.
Yeah,
I think we should do one night camping. At some point, I would not love it.
The coolest, but yeah.
Well, they have a space over there where you can rent fishing poles and fish.
Wait, so the rest of your list is Beach
Club
Resort?
The beginning.
Okay.
Beginning.
Fort Orleans French Quarter.
Oh.
Fort Wilderness Campsites. Fort Wilderness Cabins. Beach Club Resort. All-Star Movies. All-Star Music. And Coronado Springs.
Yes. That is obscure.
It is the most random list.
It's crazy that it all went in that order too.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like Beach Club was
like, I don't know.
At number 5.
All I know is either me or Kasey's winning, but
if I were to make a bet on it, which I don't know what we could even bet on, but I can guarantee.
Because not everyone has gone to like all of those luxury resorts, they might.
But if you were to ask someone, hey, do you want to go camping here or do you want to go to the Polynesian? Like,
listen,
it's not a question.
Camping is great, okay? You camp.
It's good for the soul, Kasey.
Okay, we're talking about for the people that are just like you want to
keep convincing the listeners, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, pick my team.
All right, I will publish a poll. Whose draft would you rather stay at? And you guys let us know.
That was good.
All right. Well, I think it's time for
now. Whip or tripped.
I love this little beat. All right, whipped or tripped. This is episode 6. You guys should know this by now. This is our segment where we do a hot take. We say if it's whipped, it's a W. We agree with it, or if it's tripped, we leave it in the parking lot. Trent, kick us off.
Sorry.
Again. Tiff, kick us off.
I just looked at my list and was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I should have picked better, but that's on me.
What do you mean, for this or for the hotels?
Oh, for the hotels.
My list of the hotels. That.
I know. It was another realization. I looked down at my list for 1 second and was just like,
bro, when you said the campsite as number 2, that's when you should have known.
The people hopefully are with me. I got to not look at this list.
Cheeks hurt.
Just go real quick.
All right. So mine is the Navi River Journey Ride. Is so boring. Pass it every time. Just don't do it.
I put that on my favorite I would put that on one of my favorites when it comes to air condition.
Yeah.
That's on my air condition list because the ride, it's
But the wait is
boring.
always so long.
It is.
And it's just not a good ride.
I think
It's just not.
I
think it could have been so much more.
Yeah.
It could have been
The wait
yeah.
does not justify the ride. Like, I
No.
think I would probably wait 20 minutes max, and I think even that's being a little generous, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah, speed
idea
the
of
boats up.
it is still nice, you know? I mean, it's a nice ride, but
Yeah.
Crank them
the
boats
wait
up.
does not justify it.
To the eye, it is nice, but then it's like after a minute, it's like it's boring.
Well, that ride has the most expensive animatronic.
Yeah, which is
that
wild.
that never works. So they ended up putting like a holographic thing over her face because she never works. But I think she costs like $10 million or something crazy.
Dang.
Crazy.
But no, I agree with that. I think it's I don't know if I would call it bad, but I think it's definitely not worth the wait, I will say.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
Trent, did you think of yours?
Yeah, mine is I put that I it's not necessarily a hot take, it's more just of what I want. I think it would be cool if they put a show, some kind of projection or something on the back of the castle where we stood before and everything. I feel like the way that there's something going on up there, it doesn't have to be as grand or anything like that, but there should be some form of something that's interacting with the fireworks that you're still seeing. Because you could still sit there and see the fireworks because the fireworks are even further back from the castle. You know what I mean? Those are coming from like way back there. Yeah. So if they could find a way to interact it with that, I think that it would, I don't know if it would form a crowd right there necessarily, but I think that I think it'd be cool to like utilize the castle and get like a double experience in a way.
Like a part of me agrees, but then a part of me wants to gatekeep watching it from back there. And I think like you said, the crowd that it would draw. I love being able to like frolic back there, and I don't want that.
You do
to
frolic.
Go away. I do. I love a good frolic.
And no one's back there at that time.
Yeah.
Because everyone's in the front.
I agree, but I'm hesitant for that to become a real thing. So like I think it would be nice, but then I also hope they don't for selfish reasons.
Yeah.
All right, mine is that most people think that once it rains in Disney, their day is over. And in my opinion, I think rainy days are elite as long as you are prepared and if you have a raincoat.
We have learned that the hard way.
If you have shoe covers, you know, as long as you're prepared, a rainy day at Disney is amazing in my opinion.
Yes.
There's no
line. A shoe cover will change your life. A poncho, a rain jacket.
As long as you're prepared, a rainy day is honestly a blessing, in my opinion, because everybody leaves. It's not hot. I mean, it's just honestly the perfect equation. As long, like I said, as long as you're prepared. If you get stuck there without shoe covers and you're wearing brand new shoes,
you're done for.
Yeah, you want to cry. But as long as you have everything you need and you know it's going to rain, let everybody else run out of the park and enjoy it.
There's actually a really funny video that I had posted on the TikTok of us standing in the rain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kasey is just
I didn't get
has
a drop
her
on me.
rain jacket, has her shoe covers. Trent had already left the park because he was so over his feet being wet.
Oh, it was his birthday.
He went to the car and changed his shoes.
Yeah.
While we were literally in the pouring rain.
Yeah, you guys were on what? Yeah, for Haunted Mansion. I made a great. I honestly
dedicate.
I honestly made for me a great decision because if there's one thing I'm like Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. Like I hate my feet being wet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I hate.
He's like, I'll be right back.
Shoe covers. Do you
Literally
guys have
goes to the Contemporary where the car was.
Yeah.
Walked all the way there.
Yeah. And
dry socks.
Yeah.
Waited for the rain to stop. Came back.
Yeah. It was.
You guys have shoe covers now? Like
we
do have them
now.
For when we go?
Such a game changer.
It is.
Everyone go to Amazon. Shoe
I
covers.
was wearing brand new Dunks, and I'll tell you right now, if I didn't have those on, my mood would have been so.
When we went there for our
sour.
anniversary in January, not only was it raining, but it no like how low did it get? I think it was like 38
cold.
degrees.
It was crazy, yeah.
It was like crazy cold.
I had like 2 pairs of pants on, like hand
but
warmers.
at the same time, we had every single thing that you needed.
It was
as long as you're
raining.
Prepared, you're good.
And we had a lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're like, are we gonna go or are we gonna, just lose it?
Oh, it was
We were like,
raining,
oh,
Casey.
we're
you had already
prepared.
bought
We're
a lightning
going.
lane.
Yeah.
Casey, it was
We
raining
literally
so
went.
bad. Like
Yeah,
at one
it was
point when
so
we were in
freaking
EPCOT,
rain.
and we couldn't.
We couldn't see where we were going. We were lost
Was it
because it
empty
was
though? Like, was the park
it was empty,
expanded?
It
yeah.
was.
But it was already so late, like the time that we had gotten it. So we just went, rode the ride, and then left.
Yeah.
Went back to the hotel because we
Well,
were
yeah, I
staying
don't know if
at
like
All Star Music.
a monsoon is probably not best, but if it's
Yeah.
like raining to the point where people are like, "Oh, should we go back to the hotel, wait it
Yeah.
out?"
Like,
Let
yeah,
them
you guys
go.
should. We'll
Yeah,
say.
let them go, but that's my
Yeah.
whipped or trip. What do we think? We
That's a
agree?
good one. Whipped for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. That's a
All
good
right.
one.
Well, we actually have a new submission this week for
Who's
the
waiting in the queue? Who's waiting in the queue this week, Kate?
See Who's Calling.
Pick up the phone.
Hello. All right. Well, we have Andre on the line. Shout out Andre. He is also a Disney adult, and I love that about him. He is also super into pins, and I'm really jealous of like he has like pins that are like rare, hard to find, like super expensive pins.
Wow. Gabby's been getting all into the pins recently. She
so
has
many
so
people
many.
are. They've really like had a resurgence, but he was into it years ago when really nobody was.
Well, I think it's because like millennials are definitely those group of people that like collecting things.
Yeah.
I found my pins from when I was like, I don't know, 10 or so. Some of them are worth like $200, and I'm just like I'm holding on to them.
I have a lanyard somewhere on my mom's.
Go on Google and eBay, like little pictures
Well, I need
of
to find
them.
it, but it
find
exists
it
somewhere.
But my guess is a lot of them are probably worth something now.
Probably, but obviously gonna keep them.
And I have a couple of like limited edition ones that I had no idea at the time were limited edition. So yeah, this is from Andre. He said, I'd love to know what is your meet and greet hot take if there's a character or a time to meet a character that is just not worth it, or if you have a particularly bad or awkward character meet and greet story. So I have a unique perspective on this, but I'll let you guys kick it off.
I feel like you should. I want to hear it now.
My opinion on meet and greets, and I can't even remember the last time I met anybody, to be honest. We really don't go that route. And I blame TikTok partly because I got on the side of TikTok where they show like the back house of things, and like I've seen like them take their heads off, and like it really like the magic for me is gone. And then there's like a new trend on TikTok called like Holy Airball, and it's like, oh, you say you work at Disney, and then like you like scroll a couple pictures and it's like a picture of them and then like Mickey Mouse, and it's like obvious that like this girl who's like 5 foot tall was dressed up as Mickey Mouse. So what I'm trying to say is like the magic for me is just gone when it comes to meet and greets, and I don't know. That is my take. The only person I really do want to meet is Edna Mole, who is she's at Hollywood Studios.
So, wow.
What about you guys?
I guess we don't really go the route of ever really seeing characters. We don't do that too often, to be honest.
No, we don't. I can't remember a time when we ever did.
Yeah. I mean, I have like we went and saw Mickey Mouse with our friend Gemma. Shout out like for like her son to go see Mickey Mouse. That was interesting. Yeah, I went and saw Ariel once. That was cool, but it was a really long wait.
Yeah, I'm more like I'll just snag a picture.
Yeah. Love a parade. You can see everyone, you know?
Yeah, like
for one person.
Yeah, I'd rather just wave and point. So I mean, I feel like that's I wave and I point. I don't point like this, like, hey, I point. I point.
And half of his question?
Any awkward or bad character meet and greet stories? I think yours would probably be Gemma as well. Didn't her son like he was like terrified of Mickey or something?
Griffin, he loves the show, what Mickey's Playhouse or whatever. And so we waited in line and we went to see Mickey. It wasn't actually that long of a line, if I remember correctly. And we got in there, and I mean, from like what Trent was saying, and it does make sense. Like when you're watching Mickey on TV, like he's like a tiny little mouse, you know, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But then you go meet him in person, he's this huge rat, and you're like, what is happening? Like, so he like was not very happy, and we were trying to take a picture, but the lady was odd, and she was like, "You're terrorizing him. You're terrorizing him." And
That
it was just
Mickey
like we were
was?
just trying to get a picture really quick. Like we didn't know obviously he was gonna react like that.
Yeah.
And so we ended up having to leave, but we got lucky and on the way out, Snow White was right there. So we actually got to meet Snow White and he was so bashful. He was just
Aw.
like he just saw the prettiest woman he's ever seen in his life. And it was just so cute. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
I need to find that part of myself, and I'll try to insert the video, but I did see a video recently of Mickey and Minnie. Somebody was recording them. Basically, like they weren't on, if that makes sense. Like they weren't like waiting to be like have a photo taken with. They were just like kind of
Yeah.
walking around the park. And I think that is more natural to me of like what those characters would be doing. Like they would like sneak up on people and like tap them on the shoulder and like seeing them, like, actually immerse themselves in it is different to
Mm.
me than just, like, standing in line arm in
Well, I
arm
think
with
Yeah.
also too,
someone.
it's just generational. I mean, we're in a generation now where it's like, I feel like there's going to be some person out there that's just like, excuse me, you didn't ask to touch my child on the shoulder. Excuse me, you didn't ask to, you know what I mean? Now that's why
Yeah.
they try to make it just very much like, honestly, COVID changed so many different things in terms of just distancing yourself or this or that or whatever. I feel like that's probably a reason why they're not as immersive because they used to go around and hug and touch everybody
I
and all
don't
that
think
kind
that's
of
true
stuff.
because right now with Epic Universe, everything is interactive. There's characters in every land from every land, you know,
But
so
I'm
it's
talking
like
about Disney versus
which
Universal.
I think is super cool.
You
I
know,
don't
I
think
feel like,
Universal wears the same kind of get-ups that Disney does, though.
Like, yeah, it's completely different. But I'm
Like,
just saying of
I
how
believe
like you have to
the
wait in
Universal
line to take
people.
a picture with Cinderella and talk to her for 5 seconds. But like
Yeah.
whereas like there's just characters in the land, you know, just like kind of freeing out and about. Just
well, it's
And
like
I
people,
think that's
just
what I
people.
like,
yeah.
where they're just, like, being themselves, you know? So, Andre, I
Yeah.
don't know if that answers your question, but
It was an interesting convo though.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I hope that my love for it does come back, and
Yeah.
I blame social media, and
Maybe
I'm
we'll
sure
do a few when we
Disney's
go
pissed.
this next time just for funsies.
Well, I told you, but I think we're gonna meet, Darth Vader at least. So we'll
Oh,
see what he has in store for us.
oh yeah.
Alright. Well, I think it's time we exit through the gift shop.
Well, everybody, it's been a good one. We hope that you enjoy the draft. Pick my team.
I
And,
mean, we all know what you want.
and if you made it this far, hopefully there's another one of us. Make sure to go down, subscribe, like, interact with us on every platform that we have. We'll make sure that we reach out and interact with you.
Yeah.
And you can get us at YouTube, Spotify, Amazon.
Yeah, leave some questions for the queue.
Yeah,
You can be in a pod coming up.
You can
exactly.
leave a Q line submission anywhere, so you can drop it in a comment. You can DM us if you want to be anonymous. There's also a submission form if you want to get fancy with it. It's in our bio. So you can really submit it anywhere. And a fun fact, guys, the next time we record, we'll be in person.
I
Mhm.
can't
Can
wait.
you
gonna be
finish my
fun.
little heart? There we go.
Is that the right hand?
It's pretty close.
Oh my god.
Must knock that
But
thing
yeah,
over.
we'll be in person for our next episode. Exciting,
Yeah.
exciting.
That's
All
right.
right.
Stick around. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, it'll look a little different in here.
You know what that means.
See you real soon.
See you real soon.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.